Is that a battery low like?
No. Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Limerick Real. I'm Gary Brickley and we're here with I'm here with the Fillibusters, two members of them, Donnacha Tiernan and Adam Lahey. So boys, welcome to the show.
Hello, thanks for having us.
So tell us a bit about how this comedy club started about, who are the members?
Well, missing we've got Stephen Ryan and John Spillane and Rory Moore.
Stephen Ryan is he's been doing maybe comedy longer than me. I don't know.
He says 2 years.
No, then I've been doing it longer, but he's gained vastly more experience, mostly on account of free time. I'll say that, and a driving license. But yeah, and then John Spillane's been doing it a little bit less than us, but
yeah,
he's still very good. Yeah. Stephen's the most decorated, got nominated for the Student Comedy Awards Chartloop this year.
you could see him in those ads with the pharmaceutical thing.
Oh yeah, how does that work? It's like, have you got rabies? Or something like that. And he goes, if you've rabies, you've got froth in the mouth. And the man is drinking a cup of coffee. He's like, well, just pure country, like pure things. Oh, froth in the mouth. He just looks like, how much do you get for that? Or can we say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But he faces everywhere. It's brilliant.
Yeah. I seen Philip Coffey and another one there recently. Joe Philip, he's in Europe.
Yeah, he's getting his. He's in I think it's Leia
have
something.
Johnny's on the play.
He's got.
I know what Philip is.
He got great feedback from it as well, because it's one of the first ads in Ireland to feature homosexuality.
Are you serious?
It's implied rather than
it's
shown. Healthcare, it's like Aviva, it's like health insurance.
And why does it feature homosexuals? Oh, he shifts the boy, doesn't he?
Well, see, it's a load of like human moments of like things that would relate to healthcare. So Phillips is black and white, and there's a guy in a hospital bed, and then
he's put his heads up to him like this, like that big. You know?
Oh, so he's supposed to have AIDS.
He didn't have to shift him.
No, I don't. No, he doesn't have. I guess he's just. Well, it's good news that he gets like.
Alright, so he doesn't have AIDS.
No, but
but Nigel Mercier's in another.
Well, it's not a pregnancy, like.
Oh, imagine a male pregnancy.
Hey, right, hold on. Lads, being intimate in a hospital is AIDS.
No, it's good news.
I don't care what language you're speaking.
No, it's good news. They're smiling like it's a good thing.
I'm not saying that this is the only reason a gay man would go to the hospital to visit his boyfriend. I'm saying, in the language of popular culture, two men, even ever so slightly intimate in a hospital on a screen these days in popular culture spells AIDS.
But they're happy.
That's fine.
They're happy.
They can't be AIDS.
I saw the film Pride recently. Did anyone see the film Pride? Had Dominic Westman in a terrific performance. His best since he did McNulty in The Wire, I have to say. And he himself, he's shacked up with, what's his name off of Sherlock? Plays Moriarty.
Yeah.
And, he's got AIDS.
I think.
And they're very happy.
And what happens if they have sexual intercourse and they have... Does the other guy get AIDS as well, or is that going out to...
Well, they seem to be in a relationship in a film, so presumably where's it Johnny? And it's basically a true story. I would totally recommend film Pride. It's brilliant. It's great for
I think Nigel Mercier's in another ad now as well. Downton Abbey, beforehand and afterwards, himself and Celia Hall and Lee. They're in that. It kind of makes a face at the beginning, like, do you know what I mean? They did it in a dare manner.
Okay.
But
I haven't seen that.
And have you got any stuff like that coming up, or what's your plan long term? Is it TV or is it more plays, or how does it work?
Well, we've got a play coming up soon. We're in Kilkenny in about 3 weeks.
Alright.
Breaking it. Hey!
Yeah, that's me.
We're doing that in about 3 weeks. We're just in our second rehearsals now, and it's going quite well, so we're looking forward to it. Long term,
I personally like to be a writer, anyway.
A writer, is it?
Oh. Writer. Yeah, I think I'm writing more things. Someone came up to me in the pub last night and was like, hey, I've had some thoughts about your play, you should go write another one. And he was just kind of saying really nice things and going off with questions. Yeah, he was like, I'd love to see both a prequel and a sequel. So I was like, okay, if people actually want to hear the story more, maybe I'll have to think more about it.
Why is it these kind of artsy people that tend to wear like scarves and hats and glasses? Is this kind of like, as soon as you write a play, it's like you paint a river island? Oh yeah, we're right.
Because we got fucking stung on an electricity bill last year, so I don't want to turn the heaters on till December.
Jesus,
I think we should go till January.
Actually, to be honest, that wouldn't be so bad. I'd be okay with
Be an
that.
endurance race, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And you paying water meter charges?
We don't know. We live in an apartment block, so we don't really know what the story with that is.
Honestly, if they came along, I'd pay them.
Oh, we gotta pay. You have to pay them. It's the law. You gotta do it.
Says who?
Says the popo knocking on the door, coming in, going, "Yo, brickers, where's our water money?"
Interestingly enough, you're not allowed to murder or rape people either.
No?
No, you're not. No.
Why not?
Is there anywhere where that's legal? It's a long shot, but like.
Well, I think the lowest age of consent in the world is in Japan at age 13.
13.
Whoa.
Don't sound so excited, Gary.
I'm just stunned. But when you heading off to Japan, so boys.
When we get big there.
Okay. That's it. Why is that a thing? You know, people are like, "Oh,
In
I'm really
Japan.
big in Japan." Yeah.
And mainly because there's just there's a massive market for anything white. It's all to do with white Western music. It's fetishized over there.
Yeah.
So that's like, I mean, I don't know. There's a great documentary about a band that never really made it big, the Brian Jonestown Massacre, and they were massive in Japan. There's a whole segment in there, like DVD, where they're like touring around America trying to make it big, and they just arrive in Japan, and everyone's
Serious?
everyone's mad for them.
And tell us now, like, what's the story with this play coming up? Like, how did it come about? What is it like?
I wrote it last year.
You wrote it to impress a boy.
I'm not too impressive, but no, just like we were living in a house where loads of people were writing stuff, and I was like, "Oh shit, I better get my act together to write something."
Menus. I was writing menus.
And yeah, it was just like, because everyone is emigrating and leaving and shit, that
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, there's something thematic. Because yeah, it's about 5 dudes who go to Australia, 2009, and 10 years later, 4 of them come back.
To be a good dude. And you know, the only woman in the play, you can't even see her.
Yeah, she's
Just to make sure that there's always just a bunch of dudes on stage.
She's
I'm such a big gay lover.
it's a metaphor.
And go on, what happened with you wrote it, and then what was how'd you pick the actors? Was it just like the new people too? Do you want to be in it?
Whatever, except me.
It was-
Just that I know Mary.
Main character.
It was, well, see, some roles were written for people,
Okay.
and some of them we
for people
went.
who might blow at him.
Can we stop with the gay thing? I'm not gay.
And that's what you're just sounding like your mother now.
See, because there's a camera, right, I feel weird going, "I'm not gay," because it makes it sound as if, like, people will be
Because
watching.
you're lying.
People will be watching it and go, "Hold on, why does he need to point out?"
Why is he lying?
What does that matter?
Why is he telling a big lie about?
motherfuck. No.
Oh, motherfucker!
Anyway, yeah, it came about because probably just asking the roles. Yeah, we had a casting,
Yeah.
but one of the roles I had written for Donica, and one of the other ones I had written for Stephen. So I always knew they'd be in it.
Hmm.
So with the 3 others, we took them out into a casting, and
Yeah.
we got Philip through a casting, and we knew Sam already, and we had someone to play Sissy, the girl. We had someone for the original cast, and she had to pull out. So Phil knew Laura, so he was like, "Oh, take Laura, she's really good."
Oh.
So we met her, and we were like, "Yeah, fucking right."
And
Everything is very much who you know.
Yeah, it's I know all the lads who are involved that know, like, but what kind of feedback do you get?
The play?
Generally, overwhelmingly good. We sold out every night, which was brilliant.
Yeah.
Never expected that. We had, I think there was only one person who was like, "Oh, I didn't like things and that," but other than that, everyone, I can't remember who it was.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember who it was.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who?
It's Nigel Mercer.
Nigel Mercer didn't like it.
Hmm.
Didn't like it?
He didn't. I'm not sure what he thought of the story. He just didn't like all the cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the cigarettes? The cigarettes aren't big.
They smell
Which,
atrocious.
to be honest, as far as I was concerned, kind of like, I mean,
It's a social relic, you see. You have to have cigarettes and stuff when you're
yeah,
Irish.
no, not the cigarettes. What he was complaining about was the smaller, slighter values of the production value that we couldn't have helped. Essentially, he said the lighting was bad and the room was too small, and it's like, yeah, that's because it's our first play and we've not put one on before, and it's difficult to get a location.
Mm.
And you, as an acting teacher, should probably know that and have a bit of empathy. But alas, that was not to be the case.
And do you ever go down there to these classes or?
No.
Why not? They're good, like.
Oh no, yeah, I did a lot of acting in my teens. When I
Acting
first
politics or acting for?
plenty of both.
I'd like to take
Her
acting
check
classes.
and Fiddler on the Roof was my highlight.
Oh.
And
I think I'd be too nervous to go though. I'm kind of
Never done
an
Shakespeare.
awkward dude, so if I were just to be in acting classes, I'd just be sitting in the back going, oh, hi. I don't think I'd get the benefit of it.
yeah. And where are you from originally?
Kilkenny.
Kilkenny. And did you ever play any hurling?
I didn't up until I did till I was about 12, yeah.
I thought it was just like you give your hurling, get in there all the time.
Oh yeah, you're
Get in there
born,
and play your hurling with you.
yeah,
Just quick
you're-
to the bag and he says,
you're born with a stick in your hand. But when I got to about 12, it's kind of like
A bunch of proddy wankers.
there's nothing Protestant at all about hurling.
I thought it was very Catholic.
Yeah,
thing. It was like,
It
cool,
is,
colour
yeah,
than
but I
these-
mean, it's not. You gotta understand me.
The
It's not Ireland that's Protestant. It's Kilkenny.
the
Totally.
What
Have you
is
ever
it?
been?
I never thought this now. I never knew that it would have been an aristocracy term. But I was at home because lads were always slagging me for it. The first time we ever all went up to Kilkenny to Cat Laughs, Stephen was driving through into the city and he goes, Jesus, this is a very Protestant place, isn't it? And I was like, no. He was like, look at that building up there, what's that? And I was like, that's the Protestant priest's house. And then I was at home at the weekend and I was walking around going, oh no, this is fine, this isn't a very, very Protestant town at all. And this fucking bright, massive green car with like a 2-foot red poppy strapped to the front of it just drove past. I was like, oh yeah, okay, maybe you have something.
Oh, it's proper prod town. Sure, there's 2 prod churches there. There's only one in Ennis.
Well, we've got like 6 or 7 Catholic churches as well as a cathedral.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I mean, like everywhere's gonna have a lot of Catholic churches. I mean, they're kind of
Yeah.
penny. You can have one in the school if you want.
But to be fair, it is in the Pale. Or it would have been relatively close to the Pale. So
it's
it's
close
gonna,
enough to the Pale.
so it's going to be one of those towns anyway. I mean,
Geez, the Pale is brilliant. Fair play to the British. They know urban planning. I'll give you that.
no, I don't like Dublin.
Yeah, no. What's the deal?
Dublin,
Dublin's
hate Dublin. Fuck Dublin, it's terrible, man. As soon as you go on, you see the junkies walk past, and then it's like, go out to my own, you fucking bollocks. You know, it's fuck that place for a bag of spuds. You see all the foreigners in around the place, and like, you look at the prices and stuff, coffee, €5. It's like, 1 cup, and this is probably
No, man. You go up, like I've got my regular coffee place in Dublin. You get a coffee for $2.70. Some very good coffee and the Twisted Pepper actually. Also, like
Telling you said that on camera, you might get a free one.
love the Twisted Pepper coffee. Seriously, well they know I do. I'll go there every fucking time I'm up.
Oh.
It's open till 9. Twisted Pepper's days, man. And we actually have a comedy club there as well, in the Twisted Pepper, the basement.
Run by Martin Angolo.
Yeah, hope it's going well.
He was a funny dude.
He's a very funny dude.
And did you ever play hurling growing up, or who's your favourite hurler?
When I was growing up, DJ Carey was the big dude.
Was everyone like, oh my god, every time he goes past, everyone's chased
What's
after his
the-
car
what-
with
what's
camera.
the-
DJ Carey!
What about Henry
Yeah.
Shefflin?
Henry Shefflin would have become big kind of around...
Who's probably the best hurler
Ever.
ever.
I think it would go, kind of... I think Henry, Christy Ring, DJ Carey.
He's lucky Adam Lahi quit early, so
He is, yeah.
he's a close contender.
He's, he would have been really big, say, when I got to about 10. And it was always DJ Carey before that. So he's like the big deal now.
And is he like a celebrity around the place, or is like, how celebrity is he like? Will he
Oh,
go
they're
up?
huge celebrities in Kilkenny.
Yeah.
You wouldn't fucking believe. Yeah, there was one of the team, I
Get
said,
him coffee.
one of the team was in this pub I was in on Saturday night, and I went down for a cigarette, and he was there kind of running around being boisterous and stuff, and everyone was going, oh my god, that's so and so, and I was like, okay.
yeah, nobody gonna give a fuck. I think it's kind of
Everyone gave a fuck though. Everyone was just like, oh my god, he hits the ball with a stick. It's
Yeah, you would do though, wouldn't you?
yeah.
They love them, yeah.
Oh,
They're like famous soccer players and stuff.
Up where we were from now, it's very like they're hailed like fucking like, oh Jesus, there's a fella on my way, James Ryan. Oh Jim Bob's out there now, like Jim Bob's going out now. I'm like, Jim Bob, like I'm probably like more known. Well, maybe not, like, but he'd be very like. Everyone would be like, oh, Jim Bob's this. I'm like, fuck, so what? Like, if you're not in the GA, it's kind of like you're at nothing. Like, it's kind of like it's such a culture built around it that like when I started training karate, it was kind of like, what's that thing you do karate? It was taken as if like it was some like crazy like sex cultos after joining it or something. Like, it was like, you do karate.
And I don't think martial arts really get the respect they deserve yet in Ireland, because if you're doing any form of it, people just call it karate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you like, you could be doing say taekwondo or fucking kendo or whatever, and they're just like, oh, you're doing the old karate. It's still very much kind of not looked down upon. Just people, I guess, are a bit condescending about it, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, right? And, how would you feel about like where comedy's going at the minute in Ireland? What's the?
We're in the midst of a comedy boom anyway. That's for sure.
In the first big one was the 90s, where you got people like Maxwell, Darren Big and stuff. But at the moment, I think
this is just an amateur comedy boom.
Yeah.
No, but that's going on globally. Like, it's people reckon it's as a big response to the credit crunch, the global credit crunch, the recent one. Because there's in the amateur scene globally, very much since. I was in before the fucking curve. Comedy's just got huge. Everyone wants to do it.
Yeah, I think we kind of got in at the right times when we joined.
Wrong time, I fucking say.
Well, no, because
everyone wanted to do it.
With more,
and the amount of substandard lads that shouldn't do it that are out there.
With more output, comes more clubs and the more people want to do it, the more facilities you're going to get. So I think it's better that there's loads of people who want to do it. It creates another market.
Definitely isn't. I mean, like, decide to move to Dublin tomorrow. See what happens. Not to Dublin, London.
But if fuck all people wanted to do it, you wouldn't have half the clubs. There'd be nothing in Limerick. You'd have to go to Dublin. There'd only be the international. And
do you not reckon there's still the same demand though?
No, I think
the demand for the amateur comedy club scene, except in Galway, because Galway's a magic place. You have to push it.
And it
doesn't sell itself. Like.
What's the culture like in that? Like, because I remember a friend of mine said that he was in a hotel room with Darragh O'Brien and a few other comedians, and it was like,
not at all. It's not like that at all,
baby.
It's boring as fuck.
But hilariously boring, tragically boring.
Yeah,
like the majority of if you if you go up to your average amateur night anywhere around the country, the conversations afterwards to be gathered are largely going to be about who's got the shittest life.
Yeah, who's got the shittest
life. Certainly with us, everything is very, very lowbrow. All the ones that we associate with. I mean, whenever we have whenever we have a certain New Zealand comedian or whatever, run into him, I think he's probably he is on the lower end of good success.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that it's fun to hear stories about. Carl Spain is just
top dude.
Yeah, top
I
dude.
love him.
Yeah.
Is he popular at the minute? Because his brother is on the radio station.
Yeah,
and they keep saying that.
I mean, he's always
he's always travelling around.
Yeah, he's always been quite popular ever since the 90s.
He's definitely always been a moneymaker, which is great for him. And honestly, I couldn't recommend a gig higher. He's a great comedian.
He's so good because his shows are just mostly him talking to the audience, and he's one of the quickest people I've ever met. He's
very comfortable on stage, and which is a rare enough thing that you'd seen a comedian. I genuinely mean this. He's pretty much the same off stage as he is on stage.
Yeah.
He's the same dude.
Really?
That's what I was saying.
I wouldn't be you wouldn't be.
Never.
If it's real, it's true, it's honest. People see that. I think a lot more. If you're being yourself, as opposed to if you're doing an act, any bit of false, I think people pick up on it straight away. Would you think of that? Is it more kind of
I wouldn't say straight away, but
people cop it.
Eventually, yeah, I guess. But I don't think people can expect you to be the same person. Because you're up there and you're talking to 30 people at once.
Yeah.
If you do that in a room and you're not on a stage with a mic in your hand, you're just a dickhead. You know what I mean?
A lot of these comedians, though, a lot of them are like David Jason, who's in Only Fools and Horses. There's a few more now. They're very depressed. They're very depressed characters. Do you know what I mean? Outside of it,
that's a thing. Yeah,
that's
I think it's a thing that people say more often than they should, because it's they're playing up that whole Tears of a Clown thing. I think it happens, but generally speaking, I think that happens in the performance field anyway. Yeah. I don't think it's a site-specific comedian thing. It's just more poetic when people say it about comedians. Tommy Tiernan, and he spoke about it as well, was very actively depressed, and so was Billy Connolly.
Tommy Tiernan?
Yeah, and of course, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Are they depressed before they go into the comedy, or is it just so much laughter?
I think it's the thing that goes hand in hand. I think you have to be a very certain kind of personality to go for it, and I guess
as well as those boys do. I mean, because I just named Jesus Christ. I mean, if there's anybody who I could say is like Billy Connolly, Tommy Tiernan, or Robin Williams, it'd be one of those three people. They're very similar comedians.
Yeah.
High energy.
Such high energy, yeah.
Like.
Is it false higher? Is it high energy to overcome this depression kind of a thing?
No, when you get on the stage, you just light up and you go, okay,
Yeah.
no.
Jesus, like watching those guys, you'd see them go through 5 minutes of a routine, and it's the amount of thought and little quirks in it is worth 20 minutes of my routine. Like, I mean, they move so fast.
Yeah.
Those three lads. So maybe it's a thing with that type of comedian, but
I think it's just the more you write.
Go on, talk about it.
Like, you know, when you're writing stuff, you kind of have to just lock yourself up and in a room and just consider yourself and the world, and maybe that can get you down a bit. Maybe that's kind of what makes them do it.
Yeah. Russell Brand, though. What do you make of Russell Brand? Do you think he's a good?
I don't like him.
A lot of people
he's not a funny comedian.
No,
I think he's a TV show. Fuck, he's brilliant.
He's not a funny comedian. He's just not.
The thing he's done now with Rubber Bandits is fantastic. I really like that video, and I think it's a positive reaction to a lot of slagging he was getting on the internet. So it's nice to see him turn around and embrace it rather than just do the typical thing of, oh, these cunts don't understand
Personally, I like him quite a bit. His show The Truths annoys me a little bit because it's it's relevant academic knowledge, but it's convenient to him. As in, he's a rich, successful person, so you gotta ignore that. But his heart is definitely in the right place.
Yeah.
And I've never liked his stand-up. I don't think he's a funny guy, but I think he's got a shit ton of charisma. His first book was very good. I didn't read any of the other ones.
Revolution, is it?
No,
That's the new one. It was Bookie Book.
My Bookie Book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very good book. And he's terrific and is part of the little gem that is Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which might be the greatest romantic comedy of all time.
Best book written by a comedian. I know the answer you're going to say.
Do you?
Yeah.
Might be I Partridge. We need to talk about Alan.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Talk of the Town.
Talk of the Town.
Ardal
That's
O'Hanlon.
the good left field answer, actually. Yeah,
Ardal
Talk of the
O'Hanlon
Town
wrote
is
a really
great
good book.
Great book.
And who wrote that one?
Ardal O'Hanlon, Father Dougal.
Oh yeah, who's your favourite Father Ted character, and who would be
Father
your
Ted.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Ted. Ted
What
is the
about
best
me Father Frost, you know, you go fuck up.
Joe Rooney, I did a gig with him.
Yeah.
He's so different to
So did I, my
what you
close personal
see.
friend Joe
Yeah.
Rooney.
He plays guitar and stuff on the stage. He's not really what you'd expect him
It's
to do.
cold here.
It is, yeah. It's this girl. He's really good. I don't think he'd be my favourite Father Ted character. I think my favourite Father Ted character is the dude in the Father Purcell, the guy in the closet. Like, what's your favourite humming noise?
I didn't hear that one though. I think it was.
How is he better than Ted? Ted is the best.
What was the best episode?
But it's about him.
The best episode is New Jack City, the episode with Brendan Grace.
Yeah.
Oh, where he walks into they're all fucking
Yeah.
screaming.
I like
I
the stage.
really shouldn't be here.
Yeah, it's big. Stage 4.
I like-
I never thought I'd see a stage 4, man.